Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Alright, welcome to Urealms Live Fan Quest. After about a month break, we're finally back, because winter break's over, and everybody's finally here. We were worried a little bit. I'll give you guys a warning in advance. Echopirate is feeling a little bit sick today, so he may not be the most vocal, and if he has to go, we understand. But today we have our 4 prisoners here. Oh boy, prisoners. So, I think we're going to have to go down rep sheet style to figure out who are our prisoners today. So, who wants to lead with introducing their character?
I'll start.
Alright, Nick, go first.
Alright, my character's name is, I'm going to bring my spreadsheet quickly. My character's name is Merida Callie. So Merida lived in a small town close to a city. There's a few small towns around there. And her father was an elf named Richard Caldy. And he was a pretty infamous sorcerer, being really good at blinking and sucker punching people. And all around was pretty intense guy in the city. Her mom was an easy monk known as Sarah Yesnanda. And she was kind of a hippie, but she was a really good fighter and a really good monk in general. So around Merida's teen years, her mom thought, it was finally time that she can contact Rakesh and become a monk. And she was pretty good at that. So good that she became pretty animalistic and grew some elk horns. So that's pretty weird. So, one point when Merida was older, so there's this guy running around, lighting all these villages on fire, and, he was pretty fast. And, when he got to Merida's village, so Merida had a pot puppy, and what happened was, this guy, because he thought, for the memes, he lit the pot puppy on fire, turning into a hellhound. And not only the village was burning down, but inside Merida's house was a hellhound. Merida's dad, simple blink out of there. Not the same fate for Sarah. She died in the fire. And Merida, through like the only way that she could actually make sure the town doesn't even get more burned was to kill her pot puppy, which was a hellhound at that point.
So wait. Are you saying your dad just abandoned you guys?
Well, he thought that we can get out.
Well, if you blink, you realize that he can carry a target with him, right? Maybe you rolled like a nat 1 and he accidentally teleported away or something without you guys.
So tell me this. If you had to part a blink and your house suddenly came out of fire, and there was a dog on fire in your house, would you have like the mental capacity to think about all this?
Or if he's a good dad, maybe he would make sure you two are okay. But for all we know, he tried to blink out. Maybe he tried to rescue you two, but maybe he just failed at it so badly he could not save you two.
All of it's the mystery.
Yep, nat 1 on blink. He just vanished and he hasn't reappeared yet.
It's up to interpretation. But anyway, Merida, she had to kill her pot puppy, and she gained a hellhound as a tattoo. She had gained that from her mother. And when she was coming out, and here was the most ironic part of that, was the guards, they never saw the face of the person, let alone like what he looked like. So when they saw Merida and saw that she had a hellhound tattoo, through the like elimination, they kind of assumed it was her. And she was charged with the homicide of 5 towns. Now she's in prison. But her mother is still with her and still giving her advice, with also Rakesh helping.
So literally, probably your newest skill literally is your Nimbus Familiar and your Hellhound abilities.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything else you might have had from before, but...
Did you smuggle in the swammy or get it on the inside?
I have no idea. The swami is just... I found it on the floor and I was like,
Alright, so I think it would be very fitting we work down to the other, probably not as dangerous as the other 2 people, DJV, you mind introducing your character next?
I mean, I wouldn't say not as dangerous, but yeah. So my Keen Rouge here, her name is Gladys Fidal. Gladys was raised in a fairly large and wealthy family. It consisted of her mother, Adelia, her father, Meckel, and her three brothers, Caspian, Rocco, and Hank, and then finally her only sister, Trixie. Her father was a professional poker player, and his battleground was primarily located at a casino called the Gimling Stone,
Oh, well, I guess
the largest gambling casino in the city of
so in the
Casino.
case it's bird.
Night of his fame came when he won second place at the Crosswell Porking Tournament. Gladys's mother was a gentlewoman who supported Meckel's job as well as the kids while he was off winning tournaments. When he was home, though, Meckel was always teaching the kids how to play. Rocco was the best and always winning, while Trixie and Gladys weren't very good at poker. Trixie was exceptionally bad, and the boys always made fun of her for that. This kind of caused Trixie and Gladys to grow especially close together and like care for each other more because the boys would always gain all their father's attention because they were good at it. When Gladys was about the equivalent of 17 years old, tragedy struck when Trixie grew devastatingly ill, and unfortunately, none of the medics and clerics of Casanome were able to save her. And this torment took Gladys over the edge of kind of breaking her kind of favorite relationship. So after a month of planning, she ran away from home to a smaller gambling city called Las Vargas. She expected never to be found there because her family knew she was terrible at poker, so she figured she was safe there. But you know, she did decently well. Over the next couple of years, she picked up some new games. She became fairly good at blackboard jack and ab roulette, and she also picked up some new cheating tricks to help her get even better and more successful. She acquired her gnomish chronometer to help her rewind time after a big misplay. And she also learned the skill to create a mirror image of herself, which she would dress up differently and hide in the crowd to look at her opponent's cards. She's also a massive flirt at the table, constantly talking to all the men there, partially for the attention and partially to distract them from their game. And her energy dress helps keep her energized and motivated for the longer tournaments. What recently got her into trouble was during a poker tournament in which she won the grand prize of her Tambach ticket. She had cheated excessively, especially with the chronometer, and she later got caught from some new recording device, whatever recording means, and she was taken here to jail.
So DJV's in for being a cheater.
Yes.
And it's very likely his character is currently still in jail because they're like, hey, something seems off. We got to go through our resources and everything, check some info, figure out how guilty this chick is. Alright, so now, who wants to go next? We have our two ageless people. Max or Echo, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Alright.
Oh god, I just typed into my Google Doc and it's like 3 paragraphs long.
That's what mine was.
Yeah. Hey, if you count that much backstory, I'll give you credit for that.
You have made it too long to read version. Oh well. Okay, this is Siren Shamar. He's a triplet. At the young age, he showed a very strong affinity for Goldsmith, openly worshipping him at his school, which they taught everyone heavily on the vines, but Siren was bullied as a child by the kids who praised the light. They really did not like him, so he received like beatings daily. Once he graduated, he was drafted into the elven military with his siblings, being transported to Dagobor, a small town that was suspected to have a cult of bones operation going on. Eventually, him and his fellow soldiers raided like the little cult of bones hideout, but all his friends died. He was captured and turned into a slave to fight in like a pit arena. He was also turned ageless, so he could last longer. Inside, he developed PTSD and that sort of thing. He eventually started using his dark magic again, so he could start winning rounds, and he got himself into shape. He started getting his ass handed to him much less. Eventually, he was let out of the thing for good behavior on one condition. That condition was if he would preach Goldstein's teachings everywhere and try to normalize the ageless cause. So he moved to this town, or a town nearby, started preaching Goldstein 24/7, and after a few days, some local paladins got tired of him and threw him into the jail where he now resides. He still preaches Goldstein here. Everyone else besides the ageless guy is probably sick to death of it.
Alright then, very nice. So yes. So Max here is guilty for being a dirty Cold of Bones member. Well, and a worshipper of Goldstein. Alright. And then let's cover probably the most dangerous person in this jail. And that's, the one that's probably been here either the shortest, because if he was in any normal jail, he probably would have been executed at this point. We have Echo's character. Why don't we introduce your character, Echo?
I am Death incarnate. My backstory is, well, it's not a good one.
Also, can you raise your mic a little bit?
I don't know if I can.
Just raise his volume up.
Let me see if I can do that real quick then.
Yeah, I've got him at like 170 right now.
Alright, now try talking.
Hello? Hello.
Alright. You're good. I turned you up a good bit, so let's see if this helps.
So, the earliest memories that I have were of being a test subject in a what are they called, the goblins that use blood magic.
Flesh weavers.
Flesh weavers, yeah. I was a flesh weaver experiment. I wasn't born like a normal pork. They literally took a pig and injected me with pork, like the essence of pork pit, instead of throwing me into one as an experiment. I came out pretty messed up, but I lived. Anyway, these flesh weavers, they ran all sorts of terrible tests on me and my fellow experimentees. I'm not certain, but I think I may be the only survivor. Because you see, after I had survived the transfusion, I was like one of the first people that had ever, one of the first pigs, one of the first experiments they had ever survived that. So they wanted to keep me around. They saw that I was somehow special. So anyway, yeah, the beginning of my life was just test upon test of blood magic being poured into my body, which is why I can now cast light and dark spells of everyone around me. I eventually managed to escape. Not really because of any master scheme or anything. They literally killed me and threw me out of the lab. However, what they didn't know is they hadn't killed me. They had turned me into an ageless. I hate mortals. When I didn't travel to Atlantis because I started hearing rumors, or maybe I just met another ageless on the road. I don't really remember anymore. But I found my way to Atlantis, where I quickly joined the faction of ageless there that were completely against everything mortal and
The Reapers.
the Reapers. Yes, that's where I. That's after being there for a while, I became a diplomat and had to make a name for myself. Because up to this point, I had only ever been known as Experiment, whatever. I don't remember which one they called me. So I named myself Grim. I felt like that was appropriate. Everything that I do now has to do with converting mortals and growing ageless power. And so I've kitted myself up with the best stuff available to me from Atlantis and set out on my own. Unfortunately, by myself, I wasn't as powerful as I first thought, and I was quickly captured and put into this small prison while they await the Sun Swords. Because I don't walk around as a pork. I walk around as an ageless.
Just a question about your jingoist. Are you racist towards nimbuses?
I don't know.
Alright.
I am racist towards everything that lives. If you're not ageless, well, you better look to becoming one.
Do nimbuses count as being alive? That's a question that I need to...
Who knows?
Who cares?
I normally just ignore them.
Alright then. So you guys are all in jail here. You dirty criminals of one sort or another.
Also, he has a terrible cough.
Yes. Obviously, that's like the one living thing he does is he just has a terrible cough.
I feel like
What did you do over here, Nick?
quote unquote, I did.
Yeah, all I did was cheat. I'm not a murderer or monster or anything. I'm just a cheater.
I got accused for a homicide of 5 towns. It's
Yeah.
sad.
So you are all criminals. I like to think that out of all of you, the two ageless have definitely been here decently a while, and you two are also pretty new, or probably the two girls here are probably the newer members. I mean, this is only a minor jail, so it's not like everybody's been here super long, but like I assume the ageless have been here short enough that they haven't had a chance for the Sun Swords to call them in, or at least, I like to think Grim is probably also pretty new because the Sun Swords haven't come in and killed him yet for being an ageless. Well, we'll say that. How about let's say that Siren is probably the most senior member in this jail, simply because he's just been preaching about ageless for a while.
Yeah.
Which technically isn't illegal, but it is kind of like frowned upon.
I think what happened is someone in a position of power, like Goldstein in general, and thought this guy's just a really annoying person, so just like, hey, he's stepping on the toes of the law, just toss him in jail.
Alright, so yes, you guys, if you want, you can have a little bit of role play here as you're all in your cells.
I'd like to tune with Orkesh.
Alright, you want to try and contact Rokesh. What do you want to know?
I just want to know, like, what am I going to do now? Like, Exactly. How am I gonna prove my innocence?
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead and roll to attune yourself with Rakesh. He's not responding.
That's sad.
One of my images is gonna kind of get on the edge of the bed, be like, "Hey, want to play some cards?"
Cards. I don't see why not. Yes.
Okay, what do you want to play? I know how to play Porker, Blackboard-Jack.
You want to play fish yogurt? Go fish yogurt. Go fish.
I haven't played that one since I was a child, but yeah.
Are you gonna just? I love it that you just invented alternate universe versions of normal card games. God damn it, you guys!
It's funny that you think he did it.
I don't know if that's canon on what they're officially called, but you know what? Until it's brought up otherwise, I'm completely okay with this.
Alright.
And even if it is brought up in canon, then we'll just say, okay, might as well say, okay, well, your character just calls them these things, even though they're known by other things.
But go fish yogurt's such a good name, though.
No, I'm more fine with Porker and Blackboard-Jack.
Alright, well, I guess we're playing Go Fish Yogurt.
Yeah. We're just playing Go Fish Yogurt. While my other me is just kind of like, pacing around.
Isnanda's like just doing like a long-term attunement with Rakesh.
I like to think your mother's reformation into a Nimbus is still probably pretty new, so maybe you're still trying to figure out exactly why she hasn't just passed on and she's now spirit instead.
Well, I mean, like,
I like to imagine your mother stuck around because she was worried about you, and especially after you were accused of murder and thrown in jail, is that instead of just passing on to the afterlife, she wants to at least make sure you're okay and you can reunite, hopefully, with your father.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think, like, strong, because, like, a Nimbus is, like, someone, like, that's been here, like, who hasn't passed yet. I feel like strong monks have the power to not die yet if it means something.
Yeah, of course. It's just like that unfinished business thing. Oh, and also, by the way, for my viewers and players, DJV, your candle is for blind, correct?
Yes, my candle means I cannot be blind, and my libido is towards males.
Yes. So here, let's use the status dice to emphasize your... But feel free to keep role-playing. So you two are just going to play a game. Do you two want to do a roll-off here to see how the game's going?
No, my character's going to lose. He's really bad at Go Fish Yogurt.
And I'm obviously, if I...
Alright, well, alright. Well, I want you two to do a roll. If you want to lose, I'll let you choose to, Nick. But first, you two just do a roll, then.
Is this a meta roll?
Yeah, this isn't... Oh. Oh my goodness. Actually, in a surprise upset, Nick, you actually win.
I haven't played Go Fish Yogurt in...
Yeah, it's been so many years since she's played Go Fish Yogurt that she just completely drops the ball. She's so familiar with other card games, she accidentally, like, spoils, like, oh, I certainly wish you don't ask for my twos and stuff. And she's like, oh, shit! And you just beat her because she just gives you all the right hints.
Thanks for the game. Thank you. I'm gonna pass back the cards.
Yeah. I'm a little salty at the moment. I mean, Gladys is a little salty.
I'm gonna ask my Nimbus for any advice. I'm gonna ask yes, Nanda. For some advice.
Yeah. Like, if you want to let you have your mother do actions, but keep in mind she's still getting used to being a Nimbus right now, so.
I mean, she was a pretty, like, veteran monk.
Yeah, I know, but I like to think of the roleplay thing, it's kind of taking... There have to be, like, an adjustment period to becoming a Nimbus, probably. So yeah, if you want, you can do different roleplay things with your mother, but keep in mind she's probably not going to be super involved right now. Alright, so by the way, are the two ageless up here up to anything while they're spending their days in jail? Ageless!
Yeah, we can like not even hear you really. You keep breaking up.
Yeah.
Hello, I can hear you, DJ. Max and Echo,
Yeah.
are you two doing anything while you're waiting out your jail period here?
I'm doing the creepy ageless thing.
I mean, considering Max, your character has been preaching gold stand, and there's this new, definitely ageless person who's been brought into the jail. I would think you would want to have a talk with them.
No, Siren currently is on the bed in a corner, one hand around his chest, the other on his head, trying to make himself into a ball, muttering about all the people who have beat the shit out of him and how he's scared.
Aww. So you're, for the moment, like, you've been in here long enough that, like, most of your anger is currently not arisen, and you're just kind of just, like, pissed off at the world. That's a bit sad.
Yeah, he's pretty bummed out right now.
Alright, alright. Are you doing anything while you're in jail, Echo?
I'm gonna stand there and look really creepy.
You're just standing there looking creepy? Oh, by the way, I assume your ageless is also, like, just in, like, some magic box over here that keeps it from reforming, because they're just like, we don't know how to deal with this thing. So it's just, like, in some magic cage. They literally just, like, took all its bones and threw it in a box. They don't know how to handle ageless super well, but they have, like, something useful enough to keep your ageless minion from helping you break out and stuff. Yes, thank you for drawing a nice mini cage for it.
You're welcome.
So you guys are just waiting to be let out, and in comes the deputy. Keep in mind he does not actually have the octopus arm. This just was one of the best pork images I could use for this. In comes Deputy Drew, the kind of assistant sheriff. He's like, "All right, prisoners, are you guys being good in here, weighing out your worthless sentences?"
Can I roll to intimidate the deputy with a steely stare?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You can try to.
Stare that is just like so creepy that he gets chills down his spine.
A 12. You kind of like stare at him like really hauntingly, and he just kind of looks back at you and is like, "Hey, hey, 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 cool it, big guy."
Sarah's gonna be like, Drew.
Yes.
Oh, we're doing great, Merida. She's keeping it so well. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know when we can leave the prison.
I don't know. I'll have to find out exactly when you're getting out.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty unfair that we're even on this prison in the first place.
Oh, you think it's unfair, huh? Well, how would you like to get let out, like, right now?
Well, that sounds great. Isn't that right, Merida? I guess.
It's like, why don't I let you all out right now? All of a sudden, his disguise breaks. And you see a strange man staring there.
It's Mr. D.
Oh, you guys don't know who this is, by the way. I just kind of labeled the title for my own purposes. They're like, well, it looks like you've all been in here a while. And honestly, I can see you're all wanting to escape, right?
I mean, like, we weren't planning on escaping, Demerita says. That will only cause more distress for us.
I see. Well, maybe you can reconsider, but you know what? Fine, I'll wait on you. So yeah, he's gonna walk up to a siren. He's like, yes, I've heard about you. You're a siren, right?
I am indeed.
I heard some things about you being a big believer in the ageless cause, huh?
What make you assume that?
He sees you staring at this. Did you literally turn into your ageless ghost form?
Yeah, as he was invoking, I just turned into bones.
Well, you already seem to be pretty on board then.
Same creepy stare as soon as he was done with Graham, freaking the
Well,
hell out.
I have a little bit of a proposition to each and every one of you. I have had something taken from me, something important, by those blasted sun swords in the nearby camp. Unfortunately, I'm not strong enough to go back and get it on my own, but I have a deal. If for each one of you who decides to follow me, join me in retrieving my items, I will simply trade off that once the mission's complete, you can go off and be free.
And how exactly will you do that?
I got the keys. He does show you, like, he pulled out, like, the keys. Some keys, at least. All you have to do is assist me in retrieving my items, and you can all go free. And then whatever you decide after the word, you can all go free.
If it means I get to kill some elf filth, I'll join you.
Alright, then...
This item, it seems to have importance to you. Can you please tell us what this item is, maybe?
Nah, I don't know if I can share that with you just yet. I mean, you are all prisoners for some reason. I mean, I would share it with those who sign this contract. He's going to pull out a little, small little book, and he's going to hold up, if you're really interested, sign the contract.
Chance to sabotage the sun swords. I thought you would never ask.
Alright.
Read the contract.
Alright. Yeah, it's a very simple stated contract, like stating, I agree to help with retrieving the item requested. Afterward, this contract can be null and voided. Basically, it's a modified blood oath contract.
Yeah, but is there anything that says if I fail to help him do this, I instantly die or something like that?
Oh, it says something like, it does say like, if you decide to betray or flee before the retrieval is objected, then bad things will happen.
If it means I can spend gold cents teaching to more people, I guess I'll help out.
Alright, so I'm going to roll to make sure he doesn't fuck up this contract. This is just in general. Alright, that's good enough. AKA, this is why it's such a simple worded contract. Alright, so you want to sign it? Alright, the moment you sign it, Siren, he unlocks your cage. You can get out. He's going to walk over to the next cage. Now you look like a big, strong fellow. Echo?
Sorry, I'm muted.
No worries.
As Grim stands up, there is audible, massive clatter of bones as his armor creaks and, rubs up against itself. I will sign your contract, mortal.
I would assume so. Looking at how long you've been in here, I wouldn't be surprised if the sun swords are already on their way to smash your skull, friend. So yes, of course, join me. He holds out the contract. You gonna sign?
Yes.
Alright, he unlocks your cage. You are free to go.
As he's walking forward, this guy, I'd like to tune Rokesh and ask about, this is a good idea?
Alright, go ahead and roll.
What would a Rokesh do in this situation?
11. Rakesh is kind of like, do not worry. I will protect you. So he's going to approach. Well, 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 what's a small thing like you doing in here?
I was wrong. I was accused for the homicide of 5 towns. The guards here are corrupted. Fools.
Yes, indeed, corruption. The Sun Swords seem to be full of that recently. You heard about some of the terrible things they accuse and then have the balls to call out us ageless for being evil? Huh. Well, 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 so if you feel you've been wrongly accused, wouldn't you like to take vengeance? Wouldn't you like to at least find this person?
I would love to find this person, but vengeance is not the right way. After he signs the contract.
Well, then, it's alright. Whatever you decide to do, you're welcome to have that freedom. Once you sign the contract, he opens your door. And lastly, he's going to start approaching Gladys here. Now remember, Gladys, that you are attracted to males, so I don't know if you find him mysterious or interesting at all because of his...
Can he roll for his handsomeness?
Want me to do a roll for his handsomeness? Okay. Okay, I'll do a roll for that. 9. He's pretty solidly handsome. He's not like super he's not like an amazing looker, but for what you can see of him, he seems to be decently nice looking. That's partly why I took the tile of this tile for him, is because it's kind of covered up. You can't see all of him.
Well, hello. Are you here to rescue me?
Well, well, I am here to help you get out some sticks. What are you in for?
Oh, you know, I like to play around a bit. Maybe got myself a little trouble, you know, bending the rules, so to say.
I see, I see. Well, if you're having that much issue with people, perhaps I can let you out. Are you willing to help me with retrieving my item?
I heard what you're talking about before. How dangerous of a mission must this be for such a strong man such as yourself to need help from someone such as me?
It's purely a matter of numbers. I was lucky to escape on my own, but in retreating, I unfortunately had to leave a few things behind. I'm certain with a few capable individuals, it shouldn't be much of a challenge at all.
Man of strategy. I can understand that. And then I would like to try to cast Mesmerize on him. Or, I'm sorry, Infatuation.
Oh! You want to try and mesmerize him?
I'm sorry, I think I'm Infatuation.
I love it. Okay. Roll to infatuate him. Alright, it's not super great, but I like it. Good attempt. He's gonna be like, I see that's some interesting magic you have. If you have some abilities to charm, perhaps we won't have issues at all. He's gonna like hold out the contract and go, so, do you want to help me out there?
Of course. As I'm reaching for the contract to go sign it, my other me is kind of like walking behind me, and is going to swirl her umbrella at him.
Alright, you want to try again, huh? I like to imagine some of your items were contrabanded, but go ahead if you wanted to have like hidden your umbrella or something in there.
I mean, it's just an umbrella. I mean, why would they take that?
Yeah. Well, they know magic items 4. That's still not good enough. He kind of thinks he might like you, but, you know, he still has his mission first and foremost. So it's like, all right, excellent. Excellent, excellent.
Chronometer that.
Oh, you're using your cheating device. Okay, go ahead.
Take 3. Come on, gotta get a 5.
17. All right, he's feeling pretty partial to you. I was like,
well,
you are quite a looker there.
You know what? Because we're in a similar line of work, so to say, perhaps you might be interested in letting me out first. It's a little bit drab in here.
Sorry, You may be a cute thing, but my goals come first. I can't have you running off to the sun swords or something.
Wait, is he
Or
not
just
charmed?
letting you, and especially with your beauty, I can't let you just leave me behind. Sign the
So he's-
contract.
He's not charmed then?
Oh, he's charmed. He still kind of likes you, but yes, he's not going to just let you out for free.
Magically charmed.
Yeah, I know this. He still has, that's a 17. His mission is important to him. If you notice, he's a little bit flirting back with you, but he's not going to be mentally dominated by you. For all you know, he has an ability or item that makes him immune to charm.
That makes sense. Okay.
So- So, by the way, are you going to sign the contract?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign this contract.
All right. The moment
So,
the moment you sign the contract, he puts it away, and then he's actually going to nicely open the door for you and let you out.
so Jane, as this scene was
And
happening,
letting out like a minor bow of like, after you, miss.
Why, thank you.
as this whole infatuation scene was happening, can my mom show worry about this situation?
Yeah, if you need to have some in-character roleplay between your mother and daughter here.
Yeah, I'm talking to my mother. I need like your help.
Okay, sure. If you need me to play your like mom or something real quick.
If it's like role play with my character, my mom, yes, please.
Okay, yes. All right, then I'll play your mother here, since that is not the character you're playing. Since that's a side character, not your character. All right. I don't know about this, dear. This man doesn't seem super trustworthy.
Well, that man that burnt down our village ruined our life.
Yes, I know. We'll find your father. Just, will you do your best to not get yourself in any more trouble with this gentleman? I know you're signed to that accursed contract, but will you at least, try not to kill anyone or do anything else that would make things more complicated to prove your innocence?
I'll try.
She's gonna like try to give you a hug, but since she's still new to being a Nimbus, she can't actually touch you. So it's kind of like a ghost hug. Ghost hug. So I assume Grim up here. I assume these two up here break your ageless out of the open the little crate they've stored him in. Or ageless is now out.
To judo chop the crate open.
Oh, you wanted to judo chop? You do it in style. All right, roll for style points.
Communist soup Scott.
All right, that's an 11. You do a good solid judo chop to break it open, and your ageless can just come out.
Your hand breaks, but it's fine. It reforms.
I'm ageless. I don't think my hand breaking means that much.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy's gonna be a. All right, now look, you guys. I'm not sure how long we have to get out of here. I've had to kind of disable the deputy for the moment to get us, but we need to hurry if we're going to make it out of this town. I assume it's not going to take long before those sun swords are going to be on my tail, so we're going to have to strike first. Now, follow. I will tell you the way. Do any of you know about the military encampment to the north of town?
Should we roll for this?
Yeah, you go ahead if you want to do a roll to see if you know about this encampment to the north.
I do not know about that.
If this wasn't a meta roll, then that was a crit.
Yes, you know exactly about this thing. You might have passed it a little bit, and since you were a little bit of a suspect, but you also probably know a little bit. Yes, there is a military encampment to the north.
So,
Yes.
And you know that there's a lot of sun swords who work there and do things there. It's typically where they put a little bit more of the more dangerous criminals. It's not like as impressive as, say, the Silvermine Mountains or whatever, but it's a little bit more like, if your guys was like the drunkard tank was basically the jail you guys have been in. Up north is like their actual heavy-duty prison.
my guy used to be a sun sword soldier that's been like stationed in this general area. So
Yeah, as I said, since your character, you defined that you were living in this area while you were preaching for Gold Stand, feel free to, you can have a role as well.
yeah, and I used to be a sun sword, so
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Yes, you also know about this, with this knowledge. You know a bit about this military camp. You might even know a few people in this camp, possibly.
you know, the guys that eat my sandwich that I kept in the fridge that bummed my day out.
Alright. But yeah, so it was like, now, it's unfortunately, because of what I had to leave behind, I'm not the most combat-oriented, so you guys will have to be doing most of the heavy work. But keep in mind, I have each of your contacts now. If you try to betray me or flee, this contract will... Well, you won't like what happens.
Let me hear what happens. Maybe for some reason.
Well, let's just say getting your skull crushed would be a blessing.
Inception music, please.
Now, follow me. So are you guys all gonna walk outside?
I am.
Alright. So you guys all head outside into the daylight, air and everything. When all of a sudden, you hear a halt!
Do we hear a stop right there, criminal scum?
Yeah, halt right there, criminal scum! And out of the... You see Sheriff William over here. And his actual deputy is, like, following him. Like, still looking a little woozy and stuff. It's like, halt! Get back in your cell! Like,
I think I won't.
Alright, so officially combat has started.
I assume those limiters are still used, right?
Nah, not really. It was pseudo combat, so I'll be nice and say you can have your limiteds back.
No.
But those were purely for roleplay purposes. I won't give you that bad of credit.
I mean, I wasn't trying to use them for roleplay purposes.
Oh, I noticed. This is why. Yeah, then fine, I'm gonna give the elf here a little bit of credit to break his charm on you. But you know, maybe he still thinks you're attractive. Yeah, alright. He's technically not charmed to you anymore. Just so I don't have to keep giving you special treatment, but he probably still thinks you're cute and stuff.
Of course.
Okay, on a roleplay side, he might still like you, but on a other side, he might not.
Jane, can you promote me so I can spawn in the tokens for my flame dash?
I have terrain tokens.
I have the one that has a fire tile, so it looks really nice.
Sure, I guess I can give you a promotion here. Well,
Yeah, I lost those tiles. You need to resave them when you spawn them.
This tile.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have those. But, okay, sure, that's fine. Do you want to save me the effort of that? Sure. Alright, so you guys can go first.
Alright, can I go first, guys?
Sure.
Alright. The first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to blink right here. Oh wait, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll blink right here.
Oh, you want to blink right next to him?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your regular, I assume? Alright,
That's
on
my
a 7,
regular.
you can blink right next to him, if you want.
Now I'd like to use my anytime. I'd like to use Soothe Spirits and calm him down. See, I bet you were thinking I was gonna punch him.
No. I understood this character entirely. Go ahead. Soothe his spirits.
Got a 7.
Alright, you're gonna try and calm him down. It's like, I'll do better if you get back in the jail. Okay, he's probably not gonna be as likely to attack you, but keep in mind, you are still criminals, and he can't just let you get away.
I'm gonna take 5 steps back. That's my action. Those are my actions.
That's all your actions? Alright, very nice.
I'll use my move. Oh yeah, you can move too.
Keep in mind, DJV, because your libido, they are both males, so literally you can go, okay, well, you cannot attack them unless they attack you.
Yep.
Okay, I want to use an anytime cast Blanket of Darkness on the sheriff.
Oh, you're giving him a blanket of darkness over him, huh?
Oh no, but then I can't infatuate him because he won't be able to see me. Or does it not?
Go ahead and roll.
I can't remember.
Well, it kind of does. Well, that determines. All right, on an 8, go ahead and put your blanket down.
Do you want it to be one massive tile or just
yeah, you know what? One massive tile would be nice. That would make it easier.
Well, you know, if you put it on top of them and hit you, so you don't have to move their position.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I know. This is still something I'm still getting used to. Whoa, holy crap. They're in fog.
Hold on, I was going to do it more so send it on the sheriff.
Oh, okay.
I immediately regret doing it like this. There.
In response to you putting down the blanket, though, he's going to use it any time to try and move out of the blanket before, but that's not quick enough. He like shifts over a space.
Yeah,
I'll let him shift over a space with an 8. Oh, you know what? That's only a 5. That's awful. He's not moving anywhere.
Again, charmed.
Well, if he does an action.
Well, I mean, move action.
I used an anytime and it failed, so, and this was in response to your action, so I'm going to say nothing happened to him yet. Alright? Oh my goodness. That's pretty good. Alright, you put down a blanket of darkness on the sheriff. Literally, I think that using Jack Barwick's token for him was just perfect.
I also have another question. Did I use my regular action or anytime?
It does not have a penalty if you used it as your anytime, so you can still use your regular action normally.
Okay, in that case, I want to Grand Raven's Claw him and just hold him.
Oh, you want to grapple him in the darkness with that, I think it's the second effect? Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can use the claw to grab hold of him, causing them to take another 5 and burning him. On a 3, though, that's not enough.
Oh, I do have Masterful Ruby.
Ah, darn it!
Yeah.
5, you hit him. He's going to take 15 damage, but is not burned.
It doesn't have to do full damage, because it doesn't miss. That doesn't mean, like, it's not as effective.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to say, like, his claw swiped and he can do some damage, but he's not burning him and grappling him and stuff.
Oh, it burns? Jeez.
Yeah, Grand Raven's Claw is amazing.
Flame is better in my opinion.
I thought it only stunned.
I would like to shoot off some fireworks in the air to celebrate my freedom.
So you just want to have a roleplay action to celebrate your freedom.
Well, because I can't
actually attack them
because they can't see me. So
yeah, of course, makes sense. Makes sense. I like that.
Gone before his fog.
Hold on, table. All right, so go ahead and roll the fireworks, baby. Your firework.
Well, I gotta reconnect. I literally just lost connection.
Holy crap! Yeah, everybody just lost connection. So 1 minute.
Man, we got a character.
We need breaks. We need Nick, spontaneous Urealms break music. Hey, that's no. I'm talking about like what are the tunes they play during like all their breaks and stuff. Like, try to think about some of those. It's a sail. It's a sail. All right, I think we have enough people reconnected. DJV was doing his actions anyway, so.
70% loaded. 80%
loaded. We got a character that can't attack males. A character that is a monk.
Yeah, well, yeah, literally, hey, DJV chose to take uncontrollable libido, so I was like, hey, you know, and I will say I planned for that, so there will be some enemies he can attack without it, but I'm not changing some of the other enemies with what the plot was, just because he took that.
The jealousy is real. He's gonna attack all the females.
All
I'm gonna
the
roll. I'm gonna roll it to firework and celebration.
you just want to fireworks to celebrate. All right, on an 8, you can fire them up in the air. You're just like probably like, woo, fresh light. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. You're gonna save your anytime, I assume.
Of course.
Echo, you're the only person who hasn't done directions yet.
Yeah, I know.
What you thinking about doing?
I'm waiting for it to load up right now.
Oh,
Like, everyone got booted. So.
yeah, that was weird. I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh my god, I just realized Echo can technically cast Soothe Spirits.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, and he can cast my Lucky Kiss and my Infatuation and my Masochism and my Double Whip. He can do my Double Whip.
the funny part about that
He can also
is-
cast Purify, which would be highly ironic.
Like, no, the funny part about him casting Soothe Spirit is it doesn't just calm people down, it could be any emotion.
Yeah,
So
I know.
can
He can
be
incite
wild.
rage and shit.
So, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Grand Raven's Claw on the Sheriff.
Oh, you also want to try and use Grand Raven's Claw. Alright, you see that your fellow Ageless has tried to harness some dark magic, so you want to unleash it yourself?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll for Grand. I assume you want to do the burning part of it, right?
I want to do the grapple.
Yeah, the grapple part, which causes them to get burned and take some extra damage. I assume so, because there's no other minions in that range. Alright, 17. The Sheriff is going to take 20 damage and is burning.
Echo gets 2 minions.
And I get 2 minions.
Because your minion also summons 2 Ageless?
No, I Pork Mastery.
Pork Mastery.
You get 8
I
Ageless.
cast
You
a
get,
spell.
yeah, you cast a spell, so you get 1.
Oh, yeah.
You would get 1 from the Pork Mastery, then his summoner would cast 2 minions.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's how you want to do it, sure.
Yeah, I want to use my anytime to summon 2 ageless minions.
Alright, you just
Well, I
want to
mean-
try and use your anytime to summon Ageless? Remember, I also said that you can use your companions without penalty with your anytime. So your Bone Dancer can do one of his actions with your anytime without using without penalty.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, you're using Summon Bone Army. Okay.
Yeah, I can't raise dead. No one's dead.
Alright, so first of all, just go ahead and spawn your Ageless token where you want to do for your first action.
I failed.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Can we roll 3 dice because of bone size?
No, because that was a companion using the.
Yeah, that was his companion.
Oh.
But doesn't he get 2 from Spell Echo?
Technically, yes, he does get 2 more, which he can do, I think it's, yeah, no roll bonus action. So you can get a total of 3. They're just, so they're spawned adjacent to you and your minion, I believe.
Okay.
So spawn 3
Well, 2
ageless
probably.
minions. Do you need a promotion just so you can spawn them in the right places?
Just put them around me. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Alright, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's his bad cough right there.
Ah, there's that cough ability of your ageless.
Whenever he tries to cackle, he coughs. It's bad.
Oh my goodness. Really, guys? Alright, so I think that's all your guys' actions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, first of all, let's have Mr. D do his action to try and go invisible.
Oh dang.
That said, he's not a confiter.
Is he a spell thief though?
Oh no!
Oh god. Well, he rolled 3
He's
dice, so apparently he's a bone dancer thing too.
on a
And he detected
1 though.
Angel's
God
powers.
damn it. Instead, he's trying to go invisible, but it fizzles, and he's just gonna lose all his actions. I mean, I'm not sure the worst way to hurt on a 1 invisibility.
He thinks he's invisible.
Yeah, he's gonna be really confident because maybe he's still a little distracted from Gladys's cuteness. He
Yeah,
thinks
he
he's
is.
invisible, but he is actually not invisible.
In that case, I have a suggestion. His clothes are invisible.
You know what? That's funny. I like that. Yeah, he has made his clothes invisible, and he will not realize this unless someone points it out to him or something.
Can you roll to see his endowments?
Oh, god damn it! You want me to roll for his endowment?
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness.
1.
6. He's pretty endowed. He's not the biggest, as I said. He's pretty average overall. He's not super attractive. Although, like, the moment he also goes invisible, since his clothes are invisible, you now notice that literally his arm is a bone scythe.
Oh dang.
That's swag.
Yeah, he is freaking badass looking that way.
Gladys
All the
isn't
minions
acting
are probably
on
going to
fire.
want to help, so they're going to be like, would you have your minions wait outside the cloud, or you would want them to be reckless and just charge in? I'm curious, how do you feel about your fellow ageless? Would you want, even if they're just minions, would you have these minions like sacrifice themselves, or do you care a little bit more about their safety?
I mean, the thralls, can they really be charmed?
Well, maybe turn. Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the ageless thrall minions of Grimm's. I'm just asking if he cares about them enough that he would have them wait to do actions. Or would he just have them recklessly charge in and go, get them! Echo.
I'm muted again.
No worries.
I mean, would the cloud even affect them? They're ageless.
Technically, yes.
Um,
So I'm just curious, in character, would your character not care about these ageless enough, these thralls enough, that you would have them be suicidally sacrificial, just good team members? Or, as a jingoist, are they the only thing you care about, and you do have a little bit of compassion enough to go, I'm not going to put them in anything dangerous?
I'm not gonna put in anything dangerous.
Alright then, so I will treat it now that your thralls will typically try not to get themselves killed. Even if it means they can't do anything. So they are going to, like, surround, like, some of the outskirts of this.
I think we should keep that blanket there, to be fair. I mean, it's a big, like, roadblock.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but I feel like it's hurting you guys.
Oh no, my character's going around. My character's going around the building.
Well, yeah, and I got a nice path right here to walk down.
Good. God damn it now. How do I do the enemy round now? This is weird.
Okay. I mean, how would enemies react to this? What would they do in this situation, even if it's not effective?
Well, yeah. Definitely throwing one of the bosses into darkness is not helpful. Why did you throw my boss into darkness, damn it? You fiendish...
That's not helpful.
That's what Kabbalists do.
Yeah, man.
I know. I'm kind of messing with you. Because it's like, god damn it, you did a good play there, so I have to figure out the best way to handle this.
By the way, this is rough terrain, so if you can only move one space.
Yeah, I know that. God damn it. Rough terrain.
If you use an action inside of it, you become charmed. So
wait, that's rough terrain. So my character's immune to rough terrain. Can she just walk through that?
I think, does your item give you immunity to rough terrain?
Fire regalia.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck about Blanket of Darkness.
That's pretty good.
Well, my character's gonna still run around the building.
Actually, though, I feel like, well, let's see. It says you're immune to rough and dangerous, meaning you can walk through it perfectly fine, but if you do an action, you would still be charmed.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you mind, because honestly, your character may not particularly care for these people.
Dark. I mean, like, my character was pretty neutral about ageless and sun swords.
Yeah, you're just kind of right now going along with this guy because you're forced to. But don't think like you would personally go, oh, I have a big grudge against the Sun Swords.
Yeah.
Alright, let me double check the abilities of one of those characters. Because I was a derp and forgot to load up their character sheets first.
Yeah, don't hate when you make a Buddha.
The deputy seeing that his friend is stuck in the darkness. He doesn't, oh god damn it, I don't think he has anything for this. He's going to go ahead and ooh. You know what? God, what's his range he has? Alright, yeah, that's a good range. First, the deputy is going to use his anytime action to prepare his guns.
Oh man, they must be strong if he has to prepare them.
But he's fumbling with them a little bit. He sees his commander-in-chief is a little bit in trouble, and I was like, oh shit.
That was a close one. You got 6 regular actions.
He's also going to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going into the blanket. He's not an idiot.
Quick, use Tailwind.
And as for his regular action, oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, you know what? That was a low roll though. I'm not going to say that worked. He's going to like conjure a beam, targeting it towards Gladys.
Oh lord.
With like, halt!
No, you
All right, that's good enough.
I would like to react.
All right, go ahead.
So,
how does Drew see it?
Can I deal damage to it? Even though he hasn't hit me, he's obviously about to, like, blast me. Does this kind of, like, break libido so I can hit him?
Not in response. You have to wait till he actually finishes attacking you.
Well, my other question is, unless I take damage, but with mirror image, a lot of the time I'm not going to be taking damage.
Yeah. So if you realize that, yes, technically your mirror image, when it takes damage, means I will ignore libido.
Okay, well, if he's about to... I mean, like, sorry, wrong person. Anytime to try to swirl my umbrella at him to charm him.
You can't do it in response to libido. You have to wait at least until the effect resolves.
I'm using it as an anytime. I'm gonna try to charm him to interrupt.
Jane.
Well, you can't target it until he actually hits you, though.
Jane, since Master...
I cannot attack him with harmful attacks or abilities.
Here's my question.
This isn't
would you consider the men allies if his uncontrollable libido still up? Because...
No, I would not.
No. But the question is, I thought I couldn't target them with harmful attacks or abilities.
I mean, I guess I'll be nice in the case of the umbrella because he's about to attack you and it's a limited. I'll be nice in this case. If you want as a response to do this, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna burn my anytime to try to swirl my umbrella at him, try to charm him, you know.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my god, this succeeds.
All right, that's a 15. That's good enough. You like see you're about to get blasted by this attack. You're just like spinning your umbrella going, like, give me a little role play of like what your character would do with this umbrella to charm him.
What is he blasting with? Is he like conjuring a beam or is he shooting a beam?
Oh, he's about to conjure a beam, yes.
Hey honey, that's a nice spell I see you're about to cast there. How about instead you and me have a little chat later, huh?
Alright, so he's like, oh, well, it's good, you know, he, like, is stopping in his attack.
Charm till the end of combat. Man.
Well, yeah, it's a status effect though. You can break it on check.
Yeah, he already used his move.
It's kind of weird for charm. They say until end of because for a lot of things they say until end of combat, but it's like
I mean, I know that's the problem. You could say it's harder, maybe. I mean, conversion's charmed until a character dies.
Well, yeah, I don't know why it says till the end of combat when everyone always has an option of breaking charm.
Yeah, it's that. I think that's just weird wording.
Yeah, it's just a weird worded card. Alright, the sheriff, oh god, he's confused. He's stuck in the middle of a blanket. He is not happy. He's going to first move a single space. And then he sees this person who laid him in the darkness, and he's going to use an attack against you.
Against Gladys?
No, against Siren.
Oh, sorry, yes.
He definitely notices that's the more... Alright, Siren! You're going to take... God, let me double check what this is. You take, I think it's 20 damage? Yeah, 20 damage. And are instant... he pulled out his lasso and pulled you into the blanket of darkness.
Well,
And now he's charmed.
Yes, since he has done an action, he is now also charmed.
They're both charmed. He's burning and charmed.
It was like... So unfortunately, since now he's charmed, he still has his anytime. So he, like, sees you in front of you, like, hey, crip, citizen, what? Hey, can you help me get out of this a little bit?
Wait, if I imploded, would that cause me to be charmed?
No.
Well, you can't be charmed yourself.
Well, I think charmed would just turn you anti-party. That would be weird.
Skilled dark mages. Can one of our skilled dark mages just blow this thing up?
I assume that since it's... Oh, you can just blow it up and then just take the damage for it.
I mean, I don't think I can do that without being charmed. So.
Well, but it's not like just charmed in general. You're charmed to the person who put up the blanket. So being charmed yourself doesn't change anything, does it?
Well, keep in mind, like, what does you do with insanity when you're already insane?
Whoa.
That's kind of that logic of, technically you aren't immediately charmed to them, that just means you're acting out of character. So no, you would not...